Do your friends, family, and loved ones arrive home every day in good health and well-being? If so, it's largely due to the work of these hidden in sight heroes. This secretive group of professionals fights every day to keep workplaces safe so that the rest of us can work without fear of illness or calamity. Let's learn about some unusual heroes and the uncommon pathways to protect workers, the public, and the environment. IH is the code for industrial hygienist, a code name that provides cover for one of the most important and rewarding jobs on Earth. They protect people from workplace hazards and dangers in their communities. These professionals use the latest breakthroughs in science, technology, engineering, and research to anticipate potential threats. Many of these threats surround us on a daily basis, and unseen EMEMI IHS are trained to recognize and fight. Let's take a deeper dive into the industrial hygiene profession. We hope that you will be able to investigate and evaluate career opportunities in the industrial hygiene profession. Many industrial hygiene professionals work in general practice, while others specialize in indoor air quality, environmental or public health, toxicology, medicine, engineering, and other sciences and technologies. Sometimes, science, technology, and engineering can be combined to provide real-world solutions. There is also an opportunity to blend protecting and training the health and safety of the on-the-ground workforce with senior leadership making decisions in the boardroom. These career opportunities not only address businesses and industries of all sizes in the developed world, but also in the developing world. This video presentation will address some of the exciting educational and career opportunities that are available to students and adults seeking a career change or learning about assigned workplace responsibilities. We would like you to consider the future of the industrial hygiene profession. James and Jordan pursued their passion in worker health and safety while also sustaining and protecting the environment around us. Early career professionals, Melinda and Marcus, have a few years of field experience under their proverbial belts. Now, they are expanding their career outlook by taking the lead on larger projects and volunteer groups, in the hope that the experiences will elevate them into future leadership roles within the profession. Seasoned professionals, Ramon and Rebecca, find themselves immersed in various pursuits in their respective careers. Both have begun to share their knowledge with others as they establish themselves as mentors and leaders within the profession. At the peak of her career, Sarah positions herself as a thought leader, industry expert, mentor, and more to many others inside and outside the profession. She pursues multiple passions within her work, providing influence and experience to industrial hygiene and occupational and environmental health and safety professionals worldwide. Retired but not reclusive, Stephen enjoys spending his days relaxing, but he is also engaged in the profession he has loved for decades. A thought leader and inspirational innovator, he provides guidance and knowledge on key global topics in the profession. Industrial hygienists work across many industries. Here is a fraction of the industries that they work in: chemical companies, hazardous waste disposal, manufacturing facilities, colleges and universities, government, research labs, consulting firms, aerospace programs, hospitals, energy companies, public utilities, insurance companies, and technology firms. James comes from Cincinnati, Ohio, where he grew up as the quintessential jock with interests in basketball, bowling, and scuba diving. He received a full scholarship to study chemistry at the University of Louisiana. While working for a gas refinery out of college, James found a passion for occupational health and safety and the environment after volunteering to help clean up a massive oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. After spending time, hearing stories, and talking to several influential people at the volunteer base camp, James decided to enter the field of industrial hygiene. Currently interning at a major oil company, he is nearing the end of his postdoctoral study and considering a field position in the oil and gas industry to better prevent future environmental and worker accidents. Jordan grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. Her interests are writing, traveling, and photography. Coming from a hardscrabble neighborhood in East St. Louis, Jordan helped support her family from an early age by working as a dishwasher for a local restaurant. The management introduced her to the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health Safety Matters program. Afterwards, she felt inspired to do more to help protect her fellow workers. A gifted writer, Jordan graduated from the University of Illinois and worked as a beat reporter for several regional magazines. She wrote several comprehensive and award-winning articles on workplace health and safety and civil law. Determined to do more, Jordan landed a position in a corporate health and safety department for a regional construction firm. Based on this field experience, she is exploring her options for postgraduate education in health and safety or law. Jordan recently received her 10-hour training certificate from the Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration and is now ready to apply her skills toward her safety-trained supervisor construction certificate. Melinda comes from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Born into a multi-generational steel mill family, Melinda grew up working in one of Pittsburgh's last remaining steel mills. Taking advantage of a Union Steel Mills scholarship program, she enrolled as a pre-med student at the University of Pittsburgh, but quickly found out it was not for her. Melinda switched her undergraduate studies to health services. Upon graduation, she was quickly swooped up by a large Tennessee-based consulting firm that recruited her at the American Industrial Hygiene Association Connect Career Development Fair. After achieving her master's degree in public health, she is now a part of an advisory team at the construction site of a large containment facility being built for the United States Department of Energy. While her work in monitoring workplace health and safety practices and procedures is fulfilling, Melinda is already looking forward to her future. She has begun studying for the Certified Industrial Hygiene exam, and she was recently elected as the secretary of her American Industrial Hygiene Association local section. Let's meet Marcus from Seattle, Washington. He was inspired to build a career in public health and safety after seeing the debilitating effects of asbestos on his grandfather's life. After graduating from the University of Illinois with an undergraduate degree in biology, Marcus worked in the health and safety office of a large construction firm, but he wanted more. Intrigued by his prior studies in occupational and environmental safety and health, he diligently pursued his master's and doctoral degrees at the University of Illinois Education and Research Center in Chicago. Upon graduation, the center helped find him a job with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Marcus is active in the American Industrial Hygiene Association local section, helping to organize virtual workshops on current health and safety topics, and serving on a committee for the National Association. He is in the midst of acquiring a certified industrial hygiene certificate, and he is actively looking for more leadership opportunities. Ramon comes from the panhandle of Lubbock, Texas. He loves horseback riding, family camping trips, and charity work. Ramon has always wanted to become an educator and started teaching high school science after receiving his undergraduate degree in education from Texas State. In the aftermath of a hurricane, he and his family helped the community recover from the extensive devastation. Seeing firsthand the lingering health effects of the mass flooding, Ramon decided to pursue a doctoral degree in public health. Wanting to help health and safety professionals and first responders be better prepared, Ramon joined a consulting firm that instructs industrial hygiene professionals in new and emerging technologies. Ramon is now head of their training division, chairs the American Industrial Hygiene Association Indoor Environmental Quality Committee, and recently contributed to updating the American Industrial Hygiene Association body of knowledge on indoor air quality practices. Rebecca began her career in Winter Park, Florida. She loves community volunteer work, local theater, and travel. After serving 4 years in the Army right out of high school, Rebecca took advantage of the educational opportunities available to earn a college degree. She earned an undergraduate degree from the University of Central Florida and later master's and doctoral degrees in public health from the University of South Florida. Working as a software developer specializing in information technology, she made her first forays into epidemiology. Rebecca found that she had a knack for data research and a passion for public health. An active leader in the American Industrial Hygiene Association local section, she taught future industrial hygiene professionals for several years at the University of Central Florida before leaving academic life. She is now employed by a private consulting firm that works in partnership with the United States Department of Health and Human Services on a long-term health technology initiative. Sarah originates from Norman, Oklahoma. A gifted violinist, Sarah attended New York University on a full scholarship in music and graduated with 2 degrees in music and biology. While trying to start her classical music career, she answered an advertisement from an insurance company seeking someone with a biology degree. She spent the next decade inspecting facilities for insurance compliance and learned the fundamentals of industrial hygiene. Sarah discovered her life's calling as an industrial hygienist after deployment to help with the cleanup efforts at Ground Zero in New York City. During that time, she earned her master's degree in public health and a doctoral degree from the University of Oregon. She later served on the American Industrial Hygiene Association Board of Directors for several years, before relocating her family to the Pacific Northwest when she was offered an executive role within a scientific research firm. Now, semi-retired, Sarah consults for a few international manufacturers, and she is in demand as a keynote speaker at industrial hygiene conferences around the world. Stephen was born and raised in Bozeman, Montana. Fascinated by adventure from an early age, he enjoys mountain climbing, skiing, and hunting. Stephen graduated with an undergraduate degree in mining engineering and took a job in Canada, working on remote mining sites in the far north. After several years working as a health and safety coordinator, he returned to the United States to further his education and pursue a master's degree. Intrigued by the growing interest in sustainability, Stephen joined a regional firm and spent several years working to transform mining sites into greener platforms. During his career, Stephen became board-certified as an industrial hygiene and safety professional. He retired as a top executive for a multinational consulting firm and a leading expert in strategic sustainability. He also served for several years on the American Industrial Hygiene Association Board of Directors and the Product Stewart Society, and now actively advances sustainability strategies through public health policies and legislation at the state and territorial levels in the United States and Canada. Do you wonder what it might be like to be an industrial hygiene hero? Step alongside the thousands of highly qualified industrial hygienists and occupational health professionals worldwide, and see if you can save the lives of workers, the public, and the environment. Learn more about the academic and field experience qualifications as an exciting career alternative to other professions at the American Industrial Hygiene Association website. Along the way, you will learn about the 5 core tenets of industrial hygiene practice and occupational health and safety science, which include anticipation, recognition, evaluation, control, and confirmation of hazards and their risks. Do you think you have what is needed to become an industrial hygiene hero?